48 teams. Say it out loud, and it sounds like a simple number. It isn't. That number quietly redrew the groups, the bracket, the route to the trophy, and then FIFA rewrote the laws of the game on top of it. This is the most redesigned World Cup ever staged. So let me take you through every change at the 2026 World Cup. 48 nations. This is the first expansion since France 1998, when the tournament grew from 24 teams to 32. More teams automatically means more players. A record 1,248 registered. At the last World Cup, Qatar 2022, that number was 832. And 4 of these nations had never tasted World Cup football before: Cabo Verde, Curacao, Jordan, and Uzbekistan. Curacao has a population of about 150,000, the smallest nation ever to qualify for a World Cup, and the strongest example the expansion camp could ask for. The cost? Traditional football fans will tell you more teams means a weaker group stage. Whether they're right or not, we'll find out soon enough. By the way, you'll hear people talk about 26-man squads as if they're a new rule. They're not. Qatar already had 26-man squads. The record player count comes from more teams, not bigger squads. Worth knowing before someone gets it wrong at the pub. 3 hosts. For the first time in history, one World Cup belongs to 3 countries. The United States, Mexico, and Canada are sharing it across 16 host cities, 11 American, 3 Mexican, 2 Canadian. Why? Because a tournament this size no longer fits inside a single border. And the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City becomes the first stadium in history to host matches at 3 different World Cups: 1970, 1986, and now 2026. The qualification map changed with it. UEFA now sends 16 teams, Africa 9, Asia 8, and Oceania has a guaranteed direct place for the first time in history. If you ask me, it was long overdue. 104 matches. 39 days. The fixture list has exploded. The match count jumped from 64 to 104, which means FIFA added more matches than the first 2 World Cups contained in total. The tournament now runs from June 11th to July 19th, 39 days, the longest World Cup ever played. For the fans, it's a feast, but for players coming off a heavy club season, it'll be a slog in the summer heat. When the scale grows, someone always pays the bill. So that's the size of the thing. Now, how do you organize a 48-team World Cup? 12 groups of 4. The group stage now consists of 12 groups of 4 teams each. FIFA's original 2017 plan was 16 groups of 3. They scrapped it in March 2023, and thank goodness they did. With 3 team groups, one side would sit idle on the final match day while the other 2 played, and both would know exactly which result suited them. Football has seen that film before. Guion, 1982. West Germany and Austria played out a result they knew would carry both of them through, and it pushed Algeria out of the tournament. 4 team groups keep the final matches kicking off simultaneously, and that is football's great truth serum. Integrity won that vote. Round of 32, a brand new knockout round. The first one added since 1986. The top 2 from each group go through, joined by the 8 best third-placed teams. Do the maths. 2/3 of the field survives the group stage, which means, for the first time in history, a team can finish its group in 3rd place and still win the World Cup. There are 495 possible combinations for how the 3rd-placed teams slot into the bracket. Don't worry, I'm not going to list them all. The upside, hope and excitement stay alive for more nations right to the end of the group stage. But with this many escape routes, the sense of risk in the group matches fades a little. The Champions 8-match road. Whoever lifts this trophy will have played 8 matches, 3 in the group, 5 in the knockouts. Every champion since 1986 played 7. 1 extra game sounds small, until you're the one managing it. It's also why the yellow card rules were rewritten. Single bookings are wiped after the group stage and wiped again after the quarterfinals, so nobody misses a final over a soft caution in week 1. 8 matches in North American summer heat turns rotation and squad depth into a genuine gaffer's problem. 8-second goalkeeper rule. If a goalkeeper holds the ball for more than 8 seconds, the opposing team gets a corner. Not a free kick, a corner. Here's the strange part. The old law was stricter on paper. 6 seconds, and an indirect free kick. But referees almost never enforced it. This new one won't be like that, because the referee visibly counts down the final 5 seconds with a raised hand, and the punishment genuinely hurts. It caught its first player at the 2025 Club World Cup. Al Hilal's keeper Bunu held the ball too long, and Facundo Tello, who will also referee at this World Cup, awarded the first corner under the new rule. You'll see, keepers will adapt fast. They always do when it costs them. 5-second restart countdowns. The same countdown system now applies to throw-ins and goal kicks. Waste time over a throw-in and the ball goes to the opponent. Delay a goal kick and the punishment is heavier. The opposing team gets a corner. Picture a referee counting down a throw-in like a basketball official. Long throws into the penalty area rose by more than 160% in the Premier League this season, toweling the ball and slow strolls included. Time wasting had gone industrial. FIFA has now put a meter on it. 10-second substitution exit. A player coming off now has 10 seconds to leave the pitch at the nearest boundary line, and if he doesn't, his replacement waits a full minute before coming on. The slow walk-off was football's last free-time wasting trick. Every manager has used it. Every manager has raged at it. Now it carries a real price, and no gaffer alive will leave his team with 10 men for a minute just to protect a little stroll. 1 minute medical wait. Any player treated on the pitch must stay off it for 1 minute of running clock, unless the injury came from a foul punished with a card. You can see exactly what this stops. The fake cramp, the tactical breather, the keeper going down so the bench can squeeze in a mini-team talk. Football has borrowed hockey's power play logic. Going down now costs your team 60 seconds of 10 against 11. There's a softer change alongside it. 1 extra permanent concussion substitution per match. Firm on time wasting, fair to the genuinely hurt. That's the right balance. Expanded VAR. The review system grows stronger in one very specific place. VAR now has the power to overturn a clearly wrong second yellow card. Previously, that was untouchable, which was absurd because a second yellow produces a red. It can also correct cards shown to the wrong player and correct a wrong corner call before the restart. But mark the principle. VAR can rescue a player from a wrong second yellow, yet it can never step in to award one. Protest and mouth cover red cards. The newest of all these rules, approved just 44 days before kickoff. Cover your mouth while confronting an opponent and it's a straight red card, because words spoken behind a covered mouth are seen as the hiding place for trash talk the cameras cannot catch. Walk off the pitch in protest? Red. Officials who incite a walk-off can be sanctioned, and a team that causes a match to be abandoned forfeits it. It's a hard rule, and some will say it's too heavy. But its consequence on the pitch is clear. This summer, we'll mostly see only captains talking to referees. Other players will be waved away the moment they come near an argument. Technology upgrade. This will be the most monitored World Cup ever played. Advanced semi-automated offside sends clear calls straight to the on-field officials. A first, referees wear body cameras. Another first, every player has been 3D scanned, and each match produces more than 150 million tracking data points. The bit I like most, Football AI Pro gives all 48 teams the same elite analysis tools. So Curaçao can study the game with the same technology as Brazil. But the cost is the old one. The more we measure the game, the less room it leaves for the human side, the chaos, and those beautiful mistakes. Which of these changes actually makes football better, and which one quietly makes it worse? Pick one of each. I'll be reading. And if this was worth your 8 minutes, you know where the buttons are.